now. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Oh.
Oh wait, like nah, it's like all mold.
What does it still have its color?
That
That's
is
the surprising
true.
part. Like.
Oh, the top is pretty fucking gnarly. They're like islands.
Oh.
They're like icebergs. They literally go down into it.
Yeah, that's nasty.
This has been on camera in forever. Hello everyone, we're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will. That's when, and we're back with another episode of the Big Feature.
Almost
Film.
got you there.
Huh?
You're about to say, Back to the Future, but like you're like that's when.
That's when.
Almost got you there.
Yeah, you did. I gotta represent for you. But we're back with another Big Feature Film podcast. Today we're doing a little double feature because a lot came out last week. Woman in the Window, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Two very big leading actresses, Angelina Jolie, Amy Adams. We're going to talk about their performances, which movie was better, what we think about each. We'll start off with a little plot. But first, comment down below. What's your favorite female lead all time? Any movie?
Do you have one? Jennifer Connelly. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's tough. I didn't even think about this question.
Yeah,
we'll answer it at the top of the show. No, the top's the beginning, right?
Yeah, the top is the beginning. Yeah.
Well, the end of the show we'll talk about. Well, I'll give me time to think. So, plot you want to do? I have plot. You do Those Who Wish Me Dead? Because you were a big fan of this one.
Oh, I love this movie. Best.
Quick little plot for these. Go right ahead for Those Who Wish Me Dead.
So, Those Who Wish Me Dead is a tragic story about a son losing his father because he was a forensic accountant, and now assassins are after him. I know this movie is about Angelina Jolie, but you really got to focus on the son. He's really important in the movie. Angelina Jolie's character, however, she's a firefighter person that has to go to the watchtowers, basically, to look out for fires just in case. Also, I just realized the weather in this movie just kind of...
Yeah,
it's just everywhere, man.
It is.
Like I want. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, she's
go watch
it. Yeah, I mean, at least it's on HBO Max.
Yeah, this one, like you mentioned it, and just you talking about it just now. But yeah, that's essentially the plot. There's nothing else to really talk about.
Nothing too important.
Yeah, we're gonna get a quick little review for this. Then we're going to do Woman in the Window. You said it'd be better if it's a TV show.
Yeah,
definitely. Like I was just thinking about it just now. I was like, yeah, because like there's no time for anyone in this movie for one.
Yeah.
Like just for starting. Like I'm just supposed to put everything together.
And you're supposed to feel bad about the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, I don't give a shit. He can die, whatever.
Yeah, like the only person I think I really connected to was John Berthal and his wife. Because like. And they like had very minimum screen time compared to Angelina Jolie and the kid, but like there was some backstory actually like planted there and all this. They actually had like touching moments while everything else is just kind of like
falling apart.
Yeah, we're here. We gotta kill the kid. No, we gotta do this. We gotta do that. This, that, and another. I will say, kind of a stacked cast. Kind of, yeah. I mean, you got Nicholas Hoult, Angelina Jolie. John Berthal, the one Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, and I swear I've seen the John Berthal's wife in something, but I can't.
Was it Us?
No, I don't think that's. I'll look it up real quick.
No, not as a leading, like as someone.
Oh, it might have been, but when like, what are your thoughts?
You don't really get a grasp of why we should care. You don't really get attached to anything. Angelina Jolie's character was just kind of flat. She was just kind of like, okay, badass woman. She skydives and she does all these stupid shit just to prove to men that she's better than them or whatever. But overall, her performance was Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, it was typical. Like it was just nothing. No one really in this is like. That was a fun, exciting performance. Like, I don't know if they were like strict on directing or there was like a very strict script or whatever. Like, they could have had some fun maybe with the assassins. Like, there could have been maybe.
They're the worst assassins.
They're also just awful characters too. Like, out of all of them, like no one really has any development. Like I said, but all the characters just kind of suck.
No, Angelina Jolie gets one. She becomes this like really hard woman into this like kid-loving woman.
Yeah, sure.
That sounded really wrong for some reason.
Like I honestly didn't get that at all, but I guess that is what they were going for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hadn't seen that girl in anything. Medina Singhor. I don't know. I think I saw her maybe in. I never watched the show, but Happy. I think it was a sci-fi show. I think I saw her in like previews for it, but she hasn't really been in much. But yeah, this. I didn't even know Nicholas Hoult was in it, for one.
Who's Nicholas Hoult?
Huh?
Who's Nicholas Hoult?
He was one of the assassins.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's like he kind of doesn't look like Nicholas Hoult in this for some reason. He doesn't.
Yeah, he looks
Same with Aidan Gillen. He's in Game of Thrones. Doesn't look like anything. I don't know. He just looks different. It's weird. I think everyone looks kind of different in this movie. Even Angelina Jolie, like some of the shots, I'm like, this she doesn't really look like her.
I'm just gonna like.
I guess it's supposed to be a more rugged look.
I'm just gonna mention this once. The director's Taylor Sheridan.
Yes.
Right, like he's the director.
Yes.
He hasn't. I don't think he's actually. Yeah, he's only directed 4 movies. Yeah. One of them was this one. One called Yellowstone. It's not a movie. It's a TV series, and the other one's Wind River and Vile.
Oh wow, he did Wind River. The Wind River is actually really good. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's got Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch, and it's actually really, really good.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
I can kind of see it, but
2017. This was before Ultron.
I don't. It was definitely after. But yeah, it's just this movie's not great. He also wrote for Sicario, I believe.
No bullshit.
He did.
No, he did. Oh, he did. Oh,
he did.
It's the worst one. It's not that very good.
And like he writes, but it's just not very good. This one
he's like what do you call his name? The director for Chicago, Trials of Chicago 7.
Aaron
Sorkin. He's like trying to be like that, but he just can't.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I have a theory on this that maybe Warner had maybe their fingers in it a little, but that's just because we hate Warner here.
In this movie?
Yeah. Or even the HBO Max maybe, because it felt like a very like Netflix has their like tone of movies like straight to Netflix. This almost had it'll be the first one I feel like, but like a straight to HBO Max movie. You know, like I could definitely see this just coming straight to HBO Max and them not even worrying about the theaters, because I didn't even know anything about this movie until.
Yeah, this is a movie that basically lives in between a blockbuster and Christmas, or summer blockbusters and Christmas.
Yeah, kind of a dead period.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's kind of one of those movies where it's like, oh, that's on. I'll go check it out. It's got Angelina Jolie. Cool.
Yeah,
this movie doesn't really have a style either.
Yeah,
for the director to be attached to Sicario.
I'll say pro star power. That's really about it. For me, it's not that good of a movie.
John Bernthal just plays the same person.
Same character, every single thing he is in. It's fine. He does it well.
He has a lot of heart in this one for once. Even though it's like he's got like a 2-minute like runtime. It's still.
If I had to pick like him and Frank Grillo, very similar kind of casting, like you could flip them out, I'd pick John Bernthal over Frank Grillo acting wise. But
I mean, John Bernthal was really good in Wolf of Wall Street. I really liked him in that one.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
same character.
Pretty much, just less shitty.
Yeah,
he was more sheriff and authoritative, and he actually did feel like he was a good person in this one. So
yeah.
I mean, every time we see him, he's always a bad guy.
A bad guy, or like a middle ground, like the Punisher, even like
in Walking Dead.
It's like, well, he thought Rick was dead, so it's not that bad.
Quick trivia for this: Nicolas Cage was considered for a role, so this is a really good movie.
I saw that. He could have been one of the assassins, though. That's what I mean. Like they could have gone such a fun route, maybe with the assassins or whatever, and it would have been good. Would have been good.
Man,
better, not good, but better. But
this
overall,
style is just so bland. It's like it's your standard movie.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's not something that like you would tell friends about. No. It's not even like something that you consider as terrible.
It's just
a forgettable movie.
Yeah. It's a streaming movie.
Yeah,
but surprisingly, it's in theaters.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll give a final review for that at the end of the show, as well as whatever our favorite female lead is. But make sure you comment yours down below.
You know what? The runtime for this movie was 1 hour 40. I didn't feel that, actually.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
It's a good length. There's another pro for it. It's a good. It didn't need to be any shorter or any longer. Could have been shorter, I guess. But
I love how the character. I just realized this. The characters' names are very basic. They're so basic that we basically went to school with these names. Hannah, Connor, Ethan, Jack, Patrick, Owen, Allison, Arthur, Ryan, Ben, Tina, Vic, Leo, Maggie.
Leo. Yeah, but yeah, definitely.
We basically.
I think I know at least one person with that name. So yeah.
Good storytelling. I love it. Good way of doing that.
Also, this past weekend we had "Woman in the Window" starring Amy Adams. Quick little plot for that. We have our lead Amy Adams as it's agoraphobia, I believe.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, where you just like. Yeah, you don't want to go outside. It's scary for different reasons. Like this has been done in other movies of like people not wanting to go outside. And,
well, I think it's fear of something terrible happening. I think that's what
yeah. So, she stays inside, and she's got new neighbors moving in across the street. And there's the relationship between their neighbors seems interesting. Like the husband, the wife, and the son. They're all interesting people, to say the least. She kind of comes across all of them until one night she sees the wife get murdered. And that's all I'll really say, because that's in the trailer. I wouldn't say that's really a spoiler. It's kind of the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
But from here on out, spoiler alert, we'll talk about spoilers. If you want a quick review for it without non-spoiler, this is probably one of the better things that came out this weekend. I would definitely recommend this one.
Yeah.
I actually think I went and saw Profile as well, because that came out, and I think this Profile might have been on par with this, at least. Surprisingly, for a like all Skype type movie, like Unfriended or whatever. So just a little quick review for Profile. That'll have a Profile review on Instagram at some point. Go follow our Instagram. We keep you up to date with our movies, reviews and all that stuff. But yeah, Woman in the Window. What'd you think, Win?
I thought this was great.
Yeah, I didn't expect the twist. I'm gonna be honest. They put me in a very false set of like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those movies where you don't really know what to think in the first place, because I didn't really think at first it was gonna be psychological.
Mm-hmm.
All I know at least from the trailer, it was like someone died or whatever,
yes.
Right? And then you never see this in the material, so this is gonna be a little spoiler. You never see this in the material or any promotional material, but the boy, I don't remember his name.
Ethan.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that kid, you never really see him in any of the trailers. So yeah,
that is true.
So I mean, it's already a hint. But in the beginning, you're expecting to see, just some chaos outside. I wasn't really expecting it to be like this close to her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just gonna be, her just chilling in the window. She just sees people. There's like dead people there, dead people here. For someone with agoraphobia, I'm very surprised that she lets people in her house.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. But different strokes for different folks, even if it's a phobia.
Yeah. I like this movie enough. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about it, because like, Amy Adams, she did a great job.
She did.
She was really good.
Yeah. We'll talk about kind of who won the actress versus actress this weekend, but spoiler, it's Amy Adams. But we'll talk more about just kind of that, and also like the success of streaming at the end, near the end as well. But
it was bound to happen.
This also stacked cast. Probably more stacked than Those Who Wish Me Dead. Oh, Woman in the Window. Yeah, like we were saying, probably the best thing that came out this weekend. It's on Netflix. It was gonna be released in theaters. I remember seeing the trailers for this probably over a year ago. Definitely wanted to see it. Like, I saw stacked cast, and that's honestly enough. It doesn't even take that to sell me on a movie. So, but it helps.
So this movie was like made a long time ago.
It's probably I was assuming it was filmed maybe 2018, 2019 even.
Yeah. This guy, the director for it, Jerry Wright? No. Joe Wright.
Joe Wright, yeah.
He's really good at being annoying. He directed one of the most hated Black Mirror episodes ever, Nosedive.
Which one was that?
That's the one with his social media. The lady goes around. And
I
she's
love
like
that one.
Yeah. No, in terms of like, it was really annoying.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it was likable.
I can see that in this movie, and he also did Darkest Hour, so I can. Those are all three of these are those are all very different plots, but like knowing those are his work, I see the correlation between them all.
Yeah.
So I think that's typically a good sign of being a pretty good director.
Yeah, there's a 1944 film that's it's called The Woman in the Window, but it has nothing to do with this movie whatsoever.
Interesting. It reminded me, at least from the trailers, the Alfred Hitchcock movie Rear Window, kind of, because it's very similar. Like, you see someone murdered, and
yeah.
But let's talk about the twist.
Okay.
So it's kind of a double twist, I guess. So
yeah, in a way,
person who murders, it's the son. That's what kind of. I don't know what hit. I guess there was an equal shock factor.
Yeah.
But and then it's like the person she meets that she thinks is Jane Wright, I believe, is actually the kid's birth mom, and it's this whole thing,
saw it coming.
Family drama. Well, you know what? When you're just you're a film chum.
I put the pieces together when she found the earring. I was like, okay, so this person must be significant. Yeah. She left that house like she didn't know where she was going, so she's not with them in a way.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of, I don't know, I just put the pieces together way too early.
That's fair.
The Ethan thing, though, I kind of thought that they were going to go a different route. So that was a really good misdirect.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to go with maybe not the husband, but Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, I thought she was just going to be crazy. Like, that was because that's what they were kind of teased. And it was near the end of the movie. So I was like, okay, I guess she's just crazy.
Yeah.
And they'll wrap this up. But nah, it was like, oh no, it's the kid. And that's not his real mom that you just saw. So it's crazy.
Yeah, this was I thought this was well put together, except for maybe the last part.
I did think the ending was a little
rushed.
Yes, yeah.
It's like any of the movies that we've seen from the Oscars. This is definitely gonna be an Oscar contender because of that ending. It's an Oscar contender when the ending is really rushed.
Yeah, like The Father,
or The White Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that other one we talked about?
I could definitely see this for a screenplay or something. It is early this year. Actually, I don't know. It says release 2021. I was going to say maybe it was shown other places, so it wouldn't. But yeah. Never mind. It definitely could then.
Oh, technical specs. This was filmed in
and also Netflix is killing it. So
I don't know. Maybe it's just they're just tossing out so much money for these movies. It's kind of surprising to me that they still have that kind of integrity, even though they have some really shitty products now. Because you have that stupid show called what is it? Social Media or whatever. The Circle.
The Circle, yeah.
Yeah,
they've got it's Netflix is one of the most popular, and they can just put out shit and people will watch it. It's kind of genius. It's similar to what Blumhouse does with their horror movies. They'll just make a cheap horror movie and teens will go see it.
I'm just saying, I just grew up with a real Netflix, when they were really good at making movies and shit.
When, dude? When were they good at specifically Netflix? Their first big one I felt was what was it? Triple Frontier.
House of Cards.
Well, that's a show.
Still.
Shows, sure. They can make a pretty decent show.
Yeah.
But their first big one, as far as I can remember, that was advertised as a Netflix film was Triple Frontier, and I think I had Ben Affleck. It was a big cast, but it was not very great.
Well, the way I see it is the thing is the shows, right? The shows are maybe about less than $50 million to a movie, and they make
That's
really
true.
good quality all throughout the season.
Yeah.
And so the way I see it is just because the movie ain't good, that doesn't mean the show
I don't know. I felt
any lesser because the quality is still good.
So since we're talking streaming, we'll get to the streaming stuff in a sec. But but even I'll talk about it and if I can remember. We're gonna give quick reviews out of 10 for both movies. Let's start with what we both know is going to be the lower one, Those Who Wish Me Dead. What do you give that out of 10?
Those Who Wish Me Dead would be better as a show.
Yep.
Would be better if it wasn't Angelina Jolie, because like I feel like she's contractually I can't say that word. Obligated to do like a certain thing. For example, like The Rock. He's not supposed to be a bad guy. He's not supposed to be like dead in any movie. So I feel like Angelina Jolie's gonna be like that.
Stuff like that as well. Yeah, I was talking about that with McKinney yesterday. How actors like have that.
Yeah. So she probably has to have like super bright lighting or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So if it was Angelina Jolie, if it was a TV show, and if it didn't follow too much of the whole Jack Ryan trope with the father.
Oh yeah.
If it was something else, like that would have been fine. Because like he's a forensic.
I don't know. Literally, if they had done anything else, because even I felt like that plot itself was confusing. Like it didn't really like. I don't know. There wasn't much closure.
The movie should have been called Firestorm and not Those Who Wish Me Dead.
Yeah, Those Who Wish Me Dead is also just a very misleading title.
It is very misleading. I thought it was going to be an Angelina Jolie movie and someone was trying to kill her. Like I saw.
Yeah, I know. Like, or I thought there would be more in the forest stuff.
Yeah.
Like on fire, because that's literally the poster, but maybe 30 minutes, maybe less.
No, we get flashbacks and that's it.
Yeah, so maybe it was longer. Maybe they told her to cut it down. I don't know. But out of 10, I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Ah, yeah. I was gonna say 3, just because like it's just so.
It's just not there. This ain't it, Chief.
It's not worth talking about. It's not worth telling anybody.
The assignment.
They didn't. Yeah, I will say. I hate to say this. It's better than Spiral. Mainly because like Spiral had kind of a shock factor.
Yeah,
I know, not.
I'll
shock
say
factor, but
production value ain't half bad.
Yeah, for sure.
It felt like a blockbuster movie, but it felt like story-wise and everything else should have been streamed.
I don't know, blockbuster, but it felt like a.
I don't know. It felt well made. That's like not even just how it looked.
You know what? It felt like Friends. The production value felt like Friends.
Friends reunion. So excited.
No, not Friend. My Friend something. What is that movie that we keep like? Or probably our favorite video we ever made.
Oh, Our Friend, or yeah,
Our Friend. Yeah, it's I want to say that. Not Friends, Our Friend.
But then Woman in the Window. It's a great movie, good thriller for sure. Amy Adams does a great job. I wish Gary Oldman was in it more, because we know that man can act.
I mean, he understood the assignment, so
Netflix. Well. Who Joe Wright understood the assignment, because I guess they probably just bought the rights from whoever, Sony, whoever.
Someone gave a 50% on this movie. We're gonna get to the review here.
But I would say, Woman in the Window, I'm gonna give it. Like, this sounds low, but still watch it. 6.5.
Okay.
I thought it was good, but it's just like it's still not incredible.
This person gave a 5. Having read the book, I was super excited about the movie, but alas, it was disappointment. The movie felt like more of a drama than an intriguing thriller, like it was in the book.
It was a good thriller.
I think it was it was a pretty good thriller.
Yeah.
The dialogue sometimes were over the top and pace lagging. I don't know about that. I thought like even like they had to kind of cross the dialogues in between scenes as a voiceover, because like she was talking to Anthony Mackie, and so like if that was like a single scene in itself where like she was actually talking, I can see that being pace laggy, but sadly there's nothing interesting about any of them. Expect for more. She nailed her part. Yeah, you should really stop writing. I'm gonna say this movie deserves at least a 6.5, 7.
So I don't know, something. Like, it probably is a 7, like, unbiased, but I don't know. Something it was really good, but also it's up. I'm putting it up against Those Who Wish Me Dead, which is pretty bad. So like,
I really like the fact that the cinematography was really stylistic. Like there were
like the
angles in there that
old,
I was like,
even like the TV shows or whatever they had kind of like she'd wake up to the
I
thought that was cool.
I thought it was stylish. I thought it was a very classic Hollywood style cinematography, where it's like, this is a thriller. So they did a lot of zoom shots, or not zoom shots, but close ups. They did a lot of wide angles that looked really interesting, and I just thought it was the cinematography to me was great. So that's why I give it a 7.
Yeah, that's.
But this is based on a book.
Yep.
I hate people who say like the book was better.
It's like how people compare comic books to the comic book movies.
Yeah,
there's the source material, but it doesn't have to be exactly the same or follow the same rules. Whatever. Okay, Angelina Jolie, Amy Adams.
Angelina Jolie might be out of her time. Maybe.
She's gonna be in Eternals.
I know. We'll see. People are probably gonna be like, "This is her best role" or whatever.
Oh yeah. Amy Adams definitely won this weekend. I'm gonna say Amy Adams probably has had the better career as well.
So far, yeah.
I feel Angelina Jolie is more known for her looks. She's a very pretty woman.
And badass, I guess.
Yeah, like Tomb Raider. Those are fun. Like I really like actually both the Tomb Raider movies. They're just fun. They're not, I wouldn't say great or anything, but
was a movie called Wanted?
Yeah. The Kurt the Bullet.
Yeah, I think she's always just been playing as a badass woman.
Yeah.
So I guess she's badass. Yeah, she played. She was in Wanted and she was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
And then Salt.
Salt.
She's good.
Yeah.
But I guess, Amy Adams.
Better career,
better
overall.
Actress. Yeah, but
I mean, better roles, I guess.
I don't know.
Angelina Jolie just.
Angelina Jolie is similar to. She has the rock factor, where it's like if people hear her name in a movie, they're gonna go see it.
I feel like she has the same mindset as Nicolas Cage.
I can see that.
She's like the female Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Sometimes she doesn't give a shit about what she's in.
Yeah, actually,
she'll just take whatever she wants as long as the money pays good.
Yeah.
So. I mean, at least she has standards than Nicolas Cage. Because Nicolas Cage.
I still need to watch that Willy's Wonderland movie, that the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
One I see it.
Oh yeah.
I see it in the red box at my work every day, and I'm like, huh?
What is it called?
Willy's Wonderland, I think. Maybe it's on streaming. And speaking of streaming, I don't know. Do you think these movies are gonna be more seen because they're on streaming services, or do you think they're gonna do about the same, like just views?
Viewership wise, hard to tell.
I genuinely think that neither of these will be seen more I'll talk just specifically Woman in the Window. It's just on streaming. I think it might be seen more because it's on Netflix. It's a big streaming service. More people would have seen it. I think otherwise it probably would have flown under a lot of people's radar for the movies, because no one's going to want. It's a decent twist, but I don't think people would go home and be like, oh, you got to see this for the twist.
Well, the way I see it is like if it was like normal times before COVID, I see The Woman in the Window as something of an attraction to maybe just like like hardcore moviegoers.
Yeah, big cast based on a book.
Yeah, and it'll probably meet its budget, but Those Who Wish Me Dead, I could see it meeting its budget, but just barely.
So Those Who Wish Me Dead, I think, is an interesting movie because I would not be surprised. And we're wrapping up the pandemic, in a sense. But I wouldn't be surprised if more people saw this in the theaters than watch it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
I think that's weird to think too, but also gives me hope because people going to the movies. But I just don't see people like going on HBO Max, seeing this and wanting to watch it.
I mean, they have it in their front page, so I guess they can.
It'll be advertised, but I just think more people are going to see it in the theater.
Probably. Because like the thing is like with Greenland, I saw it on the front page, and that's literally the only reason why I watched it, just because it was on the front page. I need to watch
that. That's on Max, right?
Yeah, it's on Max. Okay. Yeah, that's the only reason why. So if it wasn't for this, like if we weren't recording or anything, I'd probably just seen this on HBO Max and just be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll check it out.
I mean, not like I definitely would have watched it, but still, it's.
I think The Woman in the Window, worth your time. It'll piss you off in some ways. Because, like, you just want to tell Amy Adams, like, all right, okay, breathe.
Yeah. Dude, what? Okay, so before we wrap this up, you're on IMDb, but Woman in the Window, lower than.
I see it.
That's
5.8.
I hate people, but
Well, I actually want to see some of the reviews now and see what they have to say about it.
We'll wrap it up and look at some of those. But yeah, Woman in the Window. I'd say the better movie to watch this past weekend. If you still haven't seen either of them, start with Woman in the Window. Watch both, honestly, but because I'd say they're both fun. I wouldn't say you fill the runtimes in either, but Woman in the Window, probably a little bit.
I think Woman in the Window is just far more superior in terms of storytelling. It's just like, I think Those Who Wish Me Dead is just easy to digest.
But even that, I just wouldn't be like, oh, it's an easy movie to watch. It is, but I would recommend 500 more movies before I'd recommend this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. So that's our double big feature film podcast.
In all fairness, the Woman in the Window did get more reviews. This one, Those Who Wish Me Dead is clocking at 8,000.
Okay.
And Woman in the Window is clocking at 10,000.
Okay. Well,
so that does kind
good.
of
Yeah, definitely.
But on average, people gave it a 6. So yeah.
That's fair enough. But still.
These are probably people who don't think about the cinematography.
The cinematography, the script writing, and all that stuff.
Really good.
But yeah, to wrap it up, that's been the Big Feature Film Podcast. We've been the Continuity Crew.
The High School Musical, the series.
Did you not know about that?
No. What is this?
Did you? Well, okay. We could probably have a whole crew cut about this. So subscribe. Let me wrap it up. Subscribe.
Look this shit up.
To we're gonna talk about Olivia Rodrigo because I don't know if you know who that is. Nope. Okay, cool. We're gonna have this is gonna be great. So make sure you subscribe, like down below. Favorite female lead all time. You ready?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Ready?
Go for it.
You ready?
Okay.
One you won't know. I still don't know. I really don't. Wait. I'm gonna say it's a very. I don't know who you'd say the lead is. The Help. That's a whole female-led movie.
Okay.
I'd say that's that movie's so good.
Viola Davis is probably.
Viola Davis. She's an excellent. Yeah. So probably because that's Emma Stone. Maybe someone with Emma Stone.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah.
High School Musical.
Yeah. Anyways,
I remember that.
We've been the Continuity Crew. That's been the Big Feature Film Podcast. I'm Will. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe. Continuity Crew, subscribe? Question mark? Yes. Okay. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one. We love movies. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye.
I said we see you in the next one 5 times, I feel like.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.